champion Darren McCarty and the golden voice of Neal Rhul. Sit back and relax. It's time for your daily dose of Big D energy.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Big D.
Big D!
Right here on the Woodward Sports Network. My name is Neal Rhul. That cat over there is D-Mac, Darren McCarty. He's back in the fold. We got Big Mike Gentry. We got Spencer Raxter. Most importantly, we got all of you in the WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Jump into there. Subscribe to the Woodward Sports YouTube channel. Get your thoughts out there. We read them on the air. Pretty simple equation, if you ask me. D-Mac, what's poppin'?
Man, it's good. It's good. What a weekend. Absolutely dismantled the city of Tampa Bay in sports as far as our Red Wings and our Lions. Another great job last night. I had the honor and the privilege on Saturday night to unveil the old Red Wing gold horn, which is now legitimately long time, a little behind the scenes. This has been a long time coming, over a few years trying to get logistics and stuff like this. But to be able to stand up, and press that button and be the first one to do it at LCA, that's the stuff that pops me.
Yeah,
right.
I know.
I'm going to reiterate Dylan Larkin's sentiments the other day about the way that LCA was rocking and the players can feel it. That's what we're talking about. That's the whole thing that I've been preaching about as far as everybody get your tickets, get them now. He said, Dylan Larkin being him, saying he can't wait till there's big hockey games in this barn. And I think if these guys continue to build and to play with what we've seen, and it's only early 3 games, but I like what I'm seeing. You
know what I like that I saw. We'll get into it too, and it deserves discussion. It does. I know we're deep in the guts of Lions
I'm
season.
going to do a tease for when we talk about this down the road. But I do have one word. Think about it, and I'm going to ask out there in the WoodwardSports.com chat. Not for now, but when we do talk about the Wings, what is the one word that you would just use to describe this game? Because I had the honor and privilege the other night to go up to I'd never been up to the press box, believe it or not, where BMG hovers. And BMG's got prime real estate, if you don't know, at the game, because he is right above. His sight line is right above where Steve Eisman, right below. I could have horked a loogie on Stevie's head. I thought about it and blaming it on Mike, but we didn't go there. Old behaviors die hard. But we watched the game, and I said to him one word that brought to mind with this year, and it goes along with the eyeball test. But I want everybody else to think, what's one word that you would use to describe this team so far?
Yeah, and we're going to get into it, and we're going to get into it in the first hour. And Spenny's got 2 wing segments allocated. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. You got to feed the machine. It's a tightrope to walk.
It is.
It's a really tightrope to walk. So we're gonna get into it because there was some stuff that I like. There's some stuff that is different and some stuff that we will discuss. But certainly we're going to get into the Detroit Lions as well. Cowboys win.
Boo.
Justin Herbert.
Trash.
Herbert.
Yeah.
Because he ain't him.
It's fair.
I don't know how many more times you got to see it. I don't know how many more examples you need.
Let me ask Spenny this. Golf truther.
Yeah.
How much are you happy with your quarterback in your system right now compared to, because everybody else and a lot of people here at the network would rather have Justin Herbert, but are you not more satisfied with Jared Goff and what he's doing?
The way he's playing right now, yeah. I still think Herbert's a better quarterback overall.
Dude,
the way he's playing right now.
He looked mid-AF last night. The wide open throws that he missed.
Here's what I saw last night, right? Or what I didn't see last night. I didn't see what I saw from my quarterback, from Jared Goff or whatever. I saw leadership and a guy put a team on his back the other day. That's what Justin Herbert needed to do at that home game. It's as big as that game was, no matter what the conversation was, and he didn't do it. Forget the talent level or anything else. There's more to quarterback play than just throwing the ball 80 yards.
No, there is. And look, this comment encapsulates it all. And one of the reasons that I have even more anger about Justin Herbert than you, because I keep hearing about it, but I never see it. It's really, really weird. I know. It's a Rest in Peace Tuesday, by the way. 2 segments of Rest in Peace. Who are you putting in the coffin in the football world? We'll get there, everybody. We will. Oh, yes, friends. But Nick Lucido, the Residence Giants fan, in the chat. Good to see Nick back in here, by the way. And this is true. When Dallas wins, America loses. And that's my problem with it. Justin Herbert needed to do it, not for himself,
but for all of us.
Not for his teammates, not for the LA Charger fans, not for the greater Los Angeles area. He needed to do it for America.
Mm-hmm.
And he fumbled the bag again.
And I think DPAR 28 hits my sentiment is more Herbert is more the second coming of Stafford, right, in that system.
I like that comp.
I think that was a great comp, right? So talent, does he need somewhere else? Is it the team and the system holding him back? Well, maybe we'll see sooner than later him moving on.
And it's the other thing to Sam Reynolds, Sam Flannel, by the way. Tomorrow, Wednesdays with Flannel. I got a neat little game I'm going to play with Sam Flannel tomorrow. Other than last night, Justin Herbert's having a very good season.
Other than last night when it mattered.
Yeah. When it was the game that defined your season. Because what are they now? 2-3.
Yeah.
Who are they playing next?
I don't know.
The Chiefs.
Ooh, yeah.
The Chefs.
The division's the division's over for them.
Yep.
So that means they're going on the road in the playoffs, no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
You see where I'm getting at here? See where I'm driving at?
Yeah, it's not a great road.
To quote a good friend of mine, you hate your spot.
Hate your spot. That's why last night was so big.
No, it was, and that's
why, to your point, right? Let's look back at our Lions team and look at what that win did with accompanied with the San Fran loss, accompanied with the Eagles loss, accompanied with strength of schedule rest of the way. I mean, arguably, you've put the Lions have did the opposite of what San Diego did. They've put themselves in a position that you could be arguing home field advantage and a higher seed.
We got a newbie here in the WoodwardSports.com chat thread. I hate Simps 2. I'm guessing I hate Simps 1 was taken. So he
Is that all the Simps? Like Bart
I don't know.
And Lisa and Maggie? Or just Homer and Marge?
I don't know. I'm not even a Chargers fan. But for y'all to be talking ish about Herbert, let me know Detroit fans are the Bengals of the NFC. Baltimore going to humble that ass, though. Well, I hate Simps, too. Let me let you in on a little secret. Justin Herbert is a mid-quarterback in this league. You know how I know? He's 29-29, which I hate Simps 2, not to be confused with 1, is about as mid as it gets, my friend. And I always hear about it with Herbert, just like you always hear about it with Herbert. I never see it. I never see it in a big spot. I never see him come through. I've seen him blow 29-0 lead in the playoffs before. I've seen that. I've seen efforts like last night on Monday Night Football. I've seen that before. You know what I've never seen? The big win. I always hear about it. I hate Simps too.
Show us.
Rose. One more. Hey, Rick, where are you at with Justin Herbert?
Show us.
Now you're going to be waiting a long time. You've been waiting 58 games into this man's career, and you haven't seen it once. So thank you. But thank you for tapping into the network, though. I do. Your name's funny, so I hope you stick around. But yeah, it is all that. Goff greater than Herbert right now. That's absolutely it.
Yeah.
There is no doubt. Michigan State basketball. Spenny wanted me to bring this up.
Yeah.
He highlighted it. He highlighted it on the sheet. He said, "Neal, do me a favor, man. Get this in.
You gotta throw me a bone.
Get this in.
Yeah.
Get this in." Michigan State basketball preseason number 4 in the land.
Number 4, yeah, behind Purdue. Purdue's
So really,
number
they're 3.
Yeah. So honestly, they're number 3.
By default, they're
It's gonna
3.
be a great team. Gonna be a great season. Midnight Madness was last week. So
Yes.
it's basketball season.
It is basketball season.
Yeah. That's all I think about.
I know. It's all.
That's
hey,
all you have to think about, sir. I mean, it's not like you have a choice.
Yeah, and
that's
Michigan State is number 4 in the polls, not to be confused with 24, which is the point spread in the Michigan State game.
Correct.
Okay.
I don't know about any of that. It's basketball season, and yeah, let's go, Izzo.
Fair, Spenny. Fair.
When's the last time right, going into rivalry week, Michigan State, where there has been absolutely
No hope.
no. Can you remember?
I mean,
It being this bleak, because I remember even a few years ago, even the field goal or the punt.
Yeah, I was
right.
there.
That punt
I was
game,
at the game.
you were underdogs.
Yep.
But still had a
With the
chance
snap.
going in, right? Mm-hmm. Now there's not even a chance,
No,
right?
there's no hope. There's no hope.
What do you got final score as right now? I think it's like a 52-10 game.
Probably.
7.
Yeah, it's probably. I'm thinking like
Neal-
47-17.
What Neal?
something
What
like that.
realistically?
We'll get there. I don't want to empty the barrel right now.
right.
We're gonna get there. Spending
Are we?
marinade
Hey,
on it.
but are we in the neighborhood?
It's basketball season.
Yeah, number 4 in the land. Number 4 in the
What do you
land.
think about that football game this weekend? Number 4 in the land basketball.
Basketball, baby.
Let's go.
Going
Jack
Xavier Booker, Jeremy Fears, freshman going crazy.
Jack Harrington. We all know what Purdue will do in basketball. Yes, we do. We know every single year what Purdue will do in everything.
I hate Zach Edey.
Still there.
Yeah.
Still there.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you, counselor. That was a bad impressive week by Catspot. 0-5, bringing his NFL total to 12 and 20 on the year.
I went 3-0 again.
Yeah, of course you did.
I'm not a professional handicapper. I'm not a, quote, expert handicapper.
Did you have a get right this week?
I did not.
Okay.
I did not. I should have gave San Jose State to the people. I should have, but I didn't pull the trigger. So, it was something where I liked it, but it just didn't. I didn't take it over the top, and I should have. But all I know is Ryan Lentz has been trailing the old Neal Rhul picks.
Yes.
I'm supplementing his income. Let's just say it like I told him to take some profits, though I did.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's smart business, man.
Good on you.
It's smart business. It's exactly what you have to do. So, but there's a ton of stuff we're going to get into. There is some Lions stuff. We have some movement at the running back spot for the Detroit Lions. So we will discuss that as well. Real quick, too, before we cut to the break, and I'm pulling it up right now because I want to see, because I don't want to misspeak. There they are. I knew they would be. At number 24 in the land, the Iowa Hawkeyes. And I just want to prepare you guys for what's about to happen.
Hawkeye Nation.
Because when they play Michigan in the Big Ten Championship, they're going to be like 10. Just so you guys know. Can we all agree? Can we get it out there now?
So it's a big win.
Yeah. Can we get it out there now? They are not the number 10 team in the nation.
Cade McNamara, Heisman contender?
I don't know.
Oh, he's not. Oh, he's hurt. Is he still hurt? Oh,
Yeah, I think he's hurt.
I don't care.
Again, you guys know I like to do this. I'm just preparing you for how this is going to go down. The Athletic put out a story yesterday. They gave Iowa's path to the playoff. Like, just say lightning struck.
Yeah.
And they beat Michigan. They would be in the playoff.
Oh, God. How terrible would that be for college football?
They would be in the playoff. You tell me you're keeping the Big Ten champion out?
No,
You're not.
you're not.
So just getting it out there for everybody. Letting everybody know,
parents.
prepare yourself. Because I don't want to hear about, it's a top 10 win, Neal. Just get it. Even the Michigan fans, BMG.
Talk to me.
Would that be a top 10 win if you beat Iowa?
No, Iowa's not a top 10 team, no matter what way you put it.
Okay. Brandon Catspot. I will not go 11-1. They are a decent team, but nothing special. You peep their schedule and tell me again. Tell me again. But, hey, speaking of telling me, D-Mac, the haircut game, tell me.
Absolutely. Come to Lady Jane's Haircuts for an award-winning haircut experience. Register to win a trip of your dreams. All expenses paid. Suite to the 2024 NCAA basketball tournament. Where right now the Michigan State Sparties spending a ranked what? Number 4 in the nation. That's right. You and 5 of your buddies, no expense spared, can be there. Lady Jane's Haircuts for rent open 7 days a week. Walk-in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
Neal, how about Fairway?
How about Fairway? Because you guys already know what it is. The very best steaks in all the land. How do you know? Because chances are good that in your life you've eaten steaks from Fairway Packing Company. You ever go to the better restaurants, casinos, hotels around here? Yes, you have. They all get their prime beef, Wagyu beef, and
Wagyu.
dry aged beef from Fairway Packing Company. Experience a Fairway difference for yourself. Visit the steak shop in Grosse Pointe Woods for grab-and-go steaks. The best ribeyes in the game. The best ribeye I ever made myself, I got at Fairway Packing Company. Order online at fairwaypacking.com.
By now you know me, Christina Gennari, as the obvious choice in real estate. And you know my website, soldchristina.com, as your #1 resource for buying or selling your home. Myself, along with my amazing staff, pride ourselves on making your home buying and selling experience a relaxing and easy one. Come see why we are the obvious choice. Christina Gennari at soldchristina.com, the obvious choice in real estate.
Join Woodward Sports' own Jeff Iafrate along with special WSN guests for the most anticipated Lions season in decades. Filled with different surprises and expert analysis. You're not going to want to miss out. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Sundays and tune in live from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m.
When buying or selling real estate, flexibility and control over the sales process is key. Sellers, how would you like the freedom of canceling your listing agreement at any time for any reason with no penalty? That is exactly what Mark White & Associates offers. It's called the Minute-by-Minute Listing Agreement by Mark White & Associates. Looking to buy or sell real estate? Visit markwhitesells.com or call 248-290-8242. markwhitesells.com, where flexibility meets success.
Off and running. Big D Energy on a Tuesday. Neal Rhul and Darren McCarty and Big Mike Gentry and Spencer Raxter and all of you in the WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Jump into there. Get your thoughts on there. If they're good, even if they're stupid, whatever. Get it in. But yeah, Detroit Lions stuff. There has been some movement in the running back room, kind of. Tom Pelissero, he tweeted out the Lions have re-signed running back Mo Ibrahim to the practice squad. And I know people liked what they saw from him in the preseason. Obviously was let go, but now brought back. And D-Mac, just at first glance, and I heard about this as we were getting ready to go on air. Just at first glance for me, this seems to be a theme, right? And I saw it in the chat. I saw the same names, the Leonard Fournettes and name your washed running back. Hell, even I, because I've always had a soft spot for Kenyon Drake.
Bring Zeke home.
Bring him home. Now, I've always had a soft spot for Kenyon Drake. So I even did it to a degree. But D-Mac, this team, this organization, it seems to be very, very cut and dry. They like their spot, they like their guys, and that's how they're going to roll. Period.
No, that's absolutely right. We saw that the way Brad Holmes has put this team together. We saw that in free agency this summer and re-signing their guys. You look at, do you think that they might know something, right? You look at this past weekend. Who's the guy two guys that stood out that had, one of their better games as a Lion? Alex Anzalone, right? And Will Harris. These are guys that they've stuck with. Now they brought Anzalone in, and there's questions of why was he re-signed and stuff like this. He's just improved on, even last year's performance. So the bottom line is you just got to go with. You can hope. You can say, oh, this guy's out there. I wonder if he's interested. Brad Holmes and Steve Eisman operate a lot alike. They don't let you know, but they let you know. Right? Does that make sense? They don't tell you.
They show
but
you.
If you pay attention, they show you. And it goes back to a lot of things you keep seeing. As far as that we say culture. This is part of culture. Because only they know what's going on in Allen Park. Only they know what's going on in practice squad and what guys. So isn't this one of the things that we've always been talking about? Availability is the best ability in the NFL, right? Every team goes through injuries. We've definitely gone through injuries so far, yet we're 5-1 with next man up. So if Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell say Ibrahim's that next man up, I'm all for it.
100%. And he's earned that. Absolutely,
and that's
he's earned
the whole
that.
thing. And in a small way, Neal, like it's the things that we saw. You look at like Jameson Williams after catching the one, dropping the next, and going right back to him, making a great adjustment, catching that ball. Well, that to me, culture-wise, and the excitement on the receivers tells me he's doing everything they're asking of him at practice. And these questions that we've been wondering on maturity and doing other things, well, that's how you show confidence in your guys. It's the same way in bringing guys up or giving guys an opportunity if other guys go down.
I just had an idea that popped in my head that we're going to do at 11:28. I'm going off the sheet, so just so you guys know.
I love it.
But it is Lions related. We have a situation in the WoodwardSports.com chat thread right now. We have emerging, like the superpowers in WrestleMania, D-Mac, back in the day when Macho Man and Hulk Hogan. Yeah. When Hulk Hogan and Macho Man got together. I hate simps too.
Eat your vitamins, brother.
Brandon Katz. It's me and you against these drunk Detroit fans, buddy. LOL. There's been an alliance in the chat.
Hey, Simps, you might not want to align with Katz.
Yeah.
You know what, though? You guys are... I like this.
No, I
it's
like
got
it too.
WWE
I'm just saying
vibes
for his
to it.
own, I mean, you're going to get put under the Katz scrutiny then.
Yeah, I mean, this is what you signed
bring
up
it on
for.
yourself.
That's who he hitched his wagon
I mean,
to.
remember, Simp, I was raised by Johnny Rambo. So, I mean, he dropped first blood. Let's go, baby.
You drew first blood.
I like that, though. That's great. We need an alliance in the chat. We do. So, there it is. Simps, hey, Simps, welcome to the show, man. I appreciate you tapping in. Steven Syrat, Simps will be gone next week. He is a troll. Machiavelli sucks to go. Neal, I have an idea. Rhul. I noticed they're a lot better here during this past decade of my life than they were in my 20s. Like the whole, I have an idea. I have a feeling it's probably that's the same arc you've had in your time, D-Mac, right? Right? Am I right?
Yeah, pretty much.
I get a lot of ideas at like 3 a.m. on a Saturday night where I'm like, let's start a business. Yeah. a lot of good ideas happening.
I'll set up the Instagram page right now.
Exactly.
I wonder how many Instagram.
Let's open a restaurant.
Yeah. I wonder how many Instagram and Twitter accounts and Facebook accounts there are of 2 a.m. hatched businesses.
Yeah. Probably a lot.
Probably like 20%.
Yeah, and then they're just gone after a week.
Rack says, Neal, it's the Mega Powers. Mega Powers, that's what it was. I'm sorry. Trolls Align, Burn, A Deadly Alliance, Detroit Dabber 313, Misery Loved Company, Nick Lacido, just LOL. Oh man, but no, that is pretty funny. So they do have an alliance.
Two times we got the Cat Spot and the Simptron.
Cat Spot and Simptron in the morning.
Yeah. Right after douche in the door.
Right after douche in the door.
They're from 10:01 to 10:02.
But no, it is though. But Mo Ibrahim signed to the practice squad, and look, from what I'm hearing and what I'm gathering. And D-Mac, kind of as you said, just putting one and one together. And listening to Dan Campbell on the team's radio outlets yesterday and his discussions that he was talking about, you can hear it in his voice. And with David Montgomery, I'm saying, for them to be as forthright, he's going to miss some time, D-Mac. You know.
Yep.
You've heard that. You've heard coaches say that before. Dan Campbell from Woodward Sports, Dan Campbell said David Montgomery will be out for, quote, a little bit, unquote, due to a rib cartilage injury.
Not keeping it incognito.
He's questionable for this. No, he's going to miss some time.
Yeah.
So, D-Mac, you ever do any rib cartilage stuff in your life?
Oh, you're the worst. Broken ribs or strained ribs or anything like that, because it's your mobility,
your core.
That's tough, real tough. So I mean, and let's look at how David Montgomery plays and how he runs. You got to let him get as healthy as possible, and that's the luxury also of having the record you do
of the start.
You know, like there's so many things that play into this. And as far as, you know, the big thing, too, look at this team. 3-0 on the road this season, you know, what they did at the end of last season. I remember less than 2 years ago, we were questioning this team whether they could ever win a road game.
They had won, like, single-digit road games in the last 8 years or something like that combined. It was some crazy-ass number that you would never believe if somebody said it.
As we break down, getting towards the game this week, and we're playing Baltimore, we're all aware we're playing Lamar Jackson and the mobility and what we struggled with in the past, but at no time, how are you going to compare this team to even the team last year? You can't defensively because of what they've done against the run. Now, mobility-wise, Lamar Jackson and what he can do, we still have to prove that we can contain that quarterback, and they've given us problems, but this is a different team and this whole mentality. So, it doesn't get any easier going into Baltimore, but how can you not be confident?
WoodwardSports.com chat thread, Happy Camper Harry. These new Lions remind me of the bad boys. Both had offense rolling and added pieces to strengthen the defense. They're also a tight group playing for one another. Here comes our rings. So that sentiment is building as well. WoodwardSports.com chat thread, I hate Sims. No, I'm talking ish about those fools who were saying Monday and earlier that Lamar can't read defenses and all the typical hater ish when film says different. We'll get into that. And as the week rolls on, we'll get into the Baltimore stuff. Because when last we left Lamar, I like doing this, by the way. This has become my new favorite thing that we do. When last we left Lamar Jackson, we were talking about the contract, right?
Yeah.
And I was sitting up here saying, guys, he's going to get it. And people were like, no, you can't give him that money. And I was thinking about it. I'm like, then what's the play? There was no play. No, I know they gave him the contract.
You mentioned they had him he had them over a barrel.
Yeah. And he got the contract. And that was it. So, we'll revisit Lamar as the week goes on. And hey, as the week goes on Sunday before the Lions take on the Baltimore Ravens, tap in to Woodward and Maine right here on the Woodward Sports YouTube channel. Sunday, 8 a.m. Start your NFL Sunday with Woodward Sports and the Lions Insider Show, hosted by Gabby D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and the King, Terry Foster, as well. Also a Tuesday episode from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. as well. Kick off your Lions Sunday with the organization that's doing Lions football better than anybody in this town. Hard Stop, Woodward Sports Network. Yes. All day long. You do the Insider Show. You do the pregame show. You do the live stream. You do the postgame.
Yep. Then you hear my drunken thoughts on Twitter at night.
And nightcap it.
Yep.
Just kind of flip through Twitter with Spend Mo Racks, a full live stream in, and if you've seen it before, you know what that means.
Mm-hmm. It gets down. Those are fun, man.
They are fun.
I know. I got to get in there.
They're black and hey, I got to call it where it is, but we're sweating Booner's bets every Sunday, and he's hitting a ton. He's got to be hitting on 75% of them. And
that's aggressive.
It is. But he last week he said because he's hilarious. He was funny. He's going, D-Mac, stake my reputation on Alma Ross St. Brown. I put everything out there on it. And sure as heck, what happened? He came through every bet. So
I staked my reputation.
I staked it, D-Mac. I put it all on the line. Nuts on the table.
Congratulations, you just got Almond Ross St. Clown.
I staked my reputation.
There it was.
And then it always ends with Booner chugging some blue Kool-Aid.
That's what I'm saying.
There seems to be a rhythm, a flow to the NFL Sundays right now. Just like there's a flow when you want to go out to a pub where you're a regular. The flow there is Hamlin Pub. 7 Metro Detroit locations, and you can go where everyone is a regular. Join the Woodward Sports Lions postgame show live from Hamlin Pub on Tenkin Road this Sunday. Rochester bound for everybody, huh?
Oh, yeah.
I like it. Stick, Maz, and more will be there to break down the Lions v. Ravens game. We'll see you for the first live show from Hamlin Pub on Tenkin Road this Sunday. Experience your new favorite pub for all things sports. It is Hamlin Pub. I'm a big, big Hamlin Pub guy.
Woodward Sports' own Tom Mazaway and Sam Stick Day will be hosting our Lions postgame show after every Lions game all season long. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel for his hot off the press takes, game analysis, and Kool-Aid sipping celebrations. You won't want to miss it. Join Maz, Dick, and special guests each week immediately following every Lions game, exclusively on the WSN YouTube channel.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy?
It's Planet Fitness.
Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. With over 2,400 locations and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. And with free fitness training and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime. Deal ends Wednesday, September 13th.
Join now at any Metro Detroit location. Hurry, offer ends soon.
Brace yourselves, Detroit. As the sun begins to set, two of Woodward Sports' brightest young stars will be taking the mic for a brand new show. Woodward Nights with Spooner and Broder. The dog days in Detroit are over, and the boys are unleashed. Join in on the banter and hop on the bandwagon of the #1 night show on the internet. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel every weeknight from 8 to 10 p.m. Woodward Nights with Spooner and Broder.
Neal Rhul here for Academy of Warren with kindergarten through 8th grade that features AM/PM latchkey, small classroom sizes, a learning street, futuristic media center, free breakfast and lunch, Hope Mifflin curriculum, academic games, kindergarten through 8th grade athletics, and a brand new state-of-the-art sports dome with a regulation basketball court, volleyball court, and soccer field that can be used for 7-on-7 football as well. Still time to enroll. Go to academyofwarren.net and take a look around today. Keeping it pushing, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal Rhul, and D-Mac, Darren McCarty, and Big Mike Gentry and Spencer Raxter. All of you in the WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Dom Rivera. Neal, what are your thoughts on Easy saying we should go out and get Saquon? Did that happen last night?
He did. He says he knows it's not realistic, but...
Then why does he talk about it?
I told him no. I was like, I was talking about guys that you could pick up, like that would make more sense, like a Chuba Hubbard,
yeah,
or Ezekiel Elliott, somebody like that.
Yeah,
but yeah, no, I wasn't on the Saquon trade.
Okay, good. I like to check in with you from time to time. That's all. Jeff Iafrady's coming in the studio, maybe to warn us that there's a bee flying around or something like that. That could be the case. I don't know. Why does Jeff Iafrady have a beanie hat on but a T-shirt?
I don't know. Yes, I do.
You're going to be in a Radiohead video later or something, or what?
Talk to my agent. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. All right. Cool. No, but I do. I have a question, D-Mac, about this Lions team, and I want to know. Gus, Easy's always talking like he's playing Madden. I know, right? I know. D-Mac, I wanted to go around the room. Why is it working? Outside of, let's just take away Brad Holmes drafts people that, play and have stats in games and stuff like that are here. Why is it working, D-Mac? Give me something. Give me one thing.
I'm going to go back to C.J. Gardner-Johnson and paraphrase his quote at the beginning of the year is that winners know winners. And guys that have come to this organization, and it's sort of the culture. It's the Craig Reynolds block, but it's doing the little things. It's not always taking the easy way, but playing for each other. But honestly, if you're gonna if it's on one player or who's the catalyst for all this, I'm saying Goff. I'm saying that this is his team, even more so that. You got Amon-Ra St. Brown he's your heartbeat, and you got Hutch there's your pulse, and different guys like this. But it's Jared Goff who's calm demeanor, and goes out and, like I was reiterating before, that game in Tampa just sort of led the way. Did the smart things, took care of the ball. I mean, threw for 350 plus, 2 touchdowns, no picks, but it was how he took care of the ball, Neal. Like 3 or 4 times the play wasn't there, and what's he do? Doesn't take a sack. A lot of times we see that, throws the ball, at the feet of the receiver, whatever, and just says, let's move on. It's the maturity of Goff, right? So to me, there's a lot of reasons, and how you can't argue with other points, but to me, a big part of this is you got to look at number 16.
And D-Mac, that's where I was with it too. because in the chat, somebody just put out there, they said Goff's a top 4 quarterback in the league. And welcome Chase Amley to the Woodward Sports crew. And the reason it is that, right? Not to just steal what you were saying, D-Mac, or steal your thunder or anything like that. To me, it's that he's playing elite football. I know that's hard for some of you to hear, but Jared Goff is playing elite quarterback right now. Elite. Like, as good as anybody else in this league. I know that's hard to hear for a certain people on a certain show from 5 to 7 here on Woodward Sports. I know that's hard to hear, but it's factual, everybody. It's factual.
How about this stat? You take over the last 17 games, which were a season, 4,500 yards, 68%, pass percentage, 29 touchdowns, 4 interceptions.
It's perfect.
Remember we sit here and everybody's got Goff, and I remember Flannel 5,000 yards and
6,000. Yeah.
But over look at what he's done over 17 games, and it's just the consistency that I just think he continues to be consistent. That's his greatest asset, right? Is his demeanor, in my opinion, because as excitable and rambunctious, but you need that calm demeanor when it comes down to it. Look at the efficiency on third down last game. It was a 9 for 13, something like that, in the money down.
Had a drive where he was 4 for 4 with 75 yards and a touchdown. And then I subsequently saw a tweet that says Goff's not on point today.
I saw you retweet that. And you know what, low key, you know what they're really doing well, and they did last, is drives. Extended drives, 7-8 minute drives at crucial times in the game when they need it. That's maturity.
Andrew Klingerman says it's because we have the right coach and the right staff. And I don't even know that it was that, right? Like, Campbell's been through an offensive coordinator and a defensive coordinator. Been through one already. I know we forget that. But he has. And I know, like, a lot of people saying that they play as a team. And D-Mac, I wanted to ask you that. When somebody says they play as a, I feel like we throw that around a lot when we don't know what to say. Well, you gel together, play as a team. I always say that as get talent. That's what that always means to me, is like, show me a team that's playing well, and I'll show you a team that has talent. They're talented. I don't know.
But there's a motor. There's a motor to it. What are you running on?
Explain that, D-Mac, in professional
sports.
So
everybody more or less on the same page, where it's the non-negotiables, right? In the military, they call it military spec.
It's the way you go about your business.
It's got to be done. These are non-negotiables. No block, no rock, right? And the Pistons, Monty Williams, we talked about the other day. Jaden Ivey's coming off the bench because if you're not playing defense in this league, then you can't play for me. There's certain ways that things have to be done. One of the culture things, we go back to, right? And it's the small things. But you see the new guys, the 40 up, 40 down, right? For all the new guys, you saw the clip a couple of weeks ago where they had new guys doing it, and at the end they were struggling, and the veteran guys getting in. That's just second nature of we're all in. You have to, the only way you do that is repetition and being around each other and actually enjoying. When the goal of any professional sports team to be successful is when the importance of the guy, to me as a player, the guy to the right of me or the guy to the left of me, is more important to me than I am to myself. That's what we're seeing here. You see that by the little plays, by the blocks, by the hits, by the way that they pick each other up, by just execution.
Why is that hard to get?
Because you don't have everybody. Because you need commitment. There's a saying that we always, if you imagine we had a rope and we put it around the room, and everybody grabs onto the rope. Everybody ropes, everybody rides, right? You need everybody. The only way you're successful, and you can get away with it with talent to a certain extent until push comes to shove, but your most talented guys have to be your hardest working guys and your most committed to your culture. Because then it flows downhill. Because if Darren McCarty sees a Steve Yzerman and a Sergei Fedorov and a Nick Lidstrom doing all the extra, duh, right?
Like, I want to be here,
room,
yeah.
There's no room. So what are you seeing now? And bottom line, and maybe this is the big picture, right? Is that all the best players, all the most talented players are the hardest working for this Lions team. And that's what I would encourage everybody when you look to all your professional teams here in the city. Is that the case? Are your hardest working players your best players? Because I think you're going to see that with the Red Wings. You're starting to see it, and you're starting to see it with the Pistons.
Spenmo, what do you got? Why is it working?
I think it's working because everyone's bought in, like what D-Mac was saying. It starts at the top. It starts with Sheila Ford-Hamp, goes to Chris Spielman, to Brad Holmes, to Dan Campbell, and then throughout the entire coaching staff and team. These guys, they feel it. They know they're doing it right. They know they're doing it the right way. They're playing the right way, and it's just an awesome thing to see from when player 1 to player 60 is bought in. And the whole 32-man roster plus the practice squad, all of these guys are bought in on Detroit Lions.
Neal, here's the thing. There's non-negotiables now. There always was with the Red Wing culture when I played there, and especially when Scotty, came in and that's what you're seeing Stevie try to implement. The non-negotiables about walking in that locker room, the expectations. Here with the Lions, they never had that. So they had to create this, so that now that's what you're seeing. And that's why having your guys, your people, the way that the roster is built, because the buy-in is before the talent to be successful. Does that make sense?
It does.
We see it all around. All the most talented guys. Look what's going on with DeAndre Hopkins. Look what's going on with different talented guys that maybe aren't all the way bought into the culture.
And I had another epiphany today, D-Mac.
Nice.
I had another one. So here's the deal. I have to come clean about it. And I think it's something where we all have to come clean about this too. I was on the raft. The Titanic had sunk. And I was still holding on to Jalen Carter's hand. Right? I was, and I was still looking to see what was going on. And you were on this. You were on this from day one.
Thank you very much.
You were on this from day one.
Does this? Can you explain to the people why the Jalen Carter to this Detroit team, with what we're talking about now, it doesn't make sense?
It doesn't make sense to me at all anymore. And it happened quickly. And you were on this, and you tried to show me the way. I try to show the way to a lot of people. They don't always listen.
I tried to show everybody.
You showed everybody the way here.
I'll show you the way.
And we all need to do this to some, because there's somebody out there. There's some draft pick that the Lions had that we have to do this with. And D-Mac, I finally let it go for real. For real. Not, remember before when I said, I'm done with it. Hey, what'd Jalen Carter do? That's over. I've let him go. He has sunk to the bottom of the ocean. Very simple. Your words. The day after the draft, he's not their guy. He's not their guy. And why is it working? Because they're all their guys.
Because they don't have any of not their whatever I'm trying to say.
They have their guys.
All their guys are there. And the guys that they either re-sign or bring up or play or whatever are their guys. And there's certain prerequisite that you have to have on your resume to enter in Ford Field. It used to never be that way. It could never be that way until what, Neal? Until now.
Yes. And it is, and I'm there with it. What about you, BMG, real quick? Why is it working?
I just want kind of double tap on what Spencer said. The whole locker rooms came in as one, and you've kind of seen that carry on week to week. And even last week with Jamison Williams catching his touchdown, he's shown the video. He doesn't even really care about that. He just cares about the win. And I really think that just speaks volumes of how the locker room is. And this team just wants to win, and they care about each other, and that's the biggest thing.
It's their guys. It is that simple. But I will say this. Their guys, and a couple of those guys are talented. Penei Sewell and Amon-Ra St. Brown, Aiden Hutchinson, etc. They still got to be good,
Definitely
everybody.
Helps.
They still got to be good. Like the Lions post-game show is good. Hey, you know what it is. It's Maz. He's popping the collar. He's on there with Stick. They're doing it after every Lions game. You guys know the drill. Get to Woodward Sports Postgame, the very best Lions postgame show in the business on the Woodward Sports YouTube channel.
And you know what's better than good is great. And you can get great at Premier Pet Supply. When it comes to your pet, don't settle. Give your pet the best. Premier Pet Supply is hands down Michigan's best pet store. Family owned and operated for over 30 years.
How many years?
30 years. 13 Metro Detroit locations, over 60 brands of food, lowest prices and curbside home delivery. Premier Pet Supply. Give your pet the best. www.premierpetsupply.com.
Join Woodward Sports' own Jeff Iafrate along with special WSN guests for the most anticipated Lions season in decades. Filled with different surprises and expert analysis. You're not going to want to miss out. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Sundays and tune in live from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
Now, coming to Woodward Sports, Woodward and Main Street, the Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions Show. Let's go! Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com.
Just in time for football, Glorious Cannabis is dropping a new ice water bubble hash infused pre-roll called Honolulu Blue. It smells so good. It's the whiff of the first playoff win in 31 years. It's a gassy, aggressive strain named in honor of Detroit football, especially the defense. If you haven't had one of these ice water pre-rolls, you're missing out. They're so smooth. Find them at Dispo Dispensary for 25% off. Code word Woodward Glorious, or go to www.gloriouscanit.com.
Keeping it pushing, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal, Rhul, and Darren McCarty, and Big Mike Gentry and Spencer Racksta as well. And all of you in the woodwardsports.com chat thread, like Weezy D313. But Neal, how can golf play elite football if he doesn't scramble around and throw risky deep passes? Exactly. We fall for it all the time, man. We fall for the apple every single time, man. But here we are. DMAC gave you the numbers, man, over the last year, and it's a quarterback-driven league. I know there's some unicorn examples out there, but by and large, you win this thing with good quarterback play, and that's how you win football games, and they have good quarterback play. And the culture, obviously, the culture too. You do get that vibe, man. Because remember, DMAC, when Terry was on the show, and we would talk about the Lions, it would always degenerate into, I would come into the Silverdome or, Ford Field at the end of the season, and you could see everybody looking down the highway already. Everybody just wanted to go home, and it was over.
Yeah, or coming here for a paycheck or signing, and not like it wasn't. It was a joke. We were a joke, and deserved to be, but we're not. We're not any longer.
Ryan's reaction. It's apparently illegal to ship liquor, so I got to drop the care package off tomorrow. Okay. That is stupid, but we're like one of the few states where you can't ship liquor. Like, you can't buy liquor online.
I didn't even know that.
Like, I could see why you want to do that in, like, the 60s or some shit like that,
Al Capone.
Yeah. Our bourbon allocation's really dumb here, too.
Yeah.
Really dumb.
Thank God they got the cannabis right, though.
They did. You got to give them that.
You want me to get some delivery right now?
They did do that. Why can't they go fix the alcohol too, Spenny?
You never know.
Once I drive the steak through candy corn, I think that's my next movement I'm going to start.
I like it.
Let him cook.
I think that's going to be the next one that I start as well. You want to do some rest in peace? How you guys want to do this?
Yeah.
It's up to you.
You want to do it? You guys ready to rock for it?
Yeah.
Back-to-back segments, rest in peace, some Red Wings hockey. What do you think? Come on.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Come on. Rest in peace, Columbus Blue Jackets. All right, it is time, everybody, for this week's rendition of Rest in Peace. Yes, that is it. Oh, yes, friends. We go around the room. Everybody takes a turn putting a football coach, team, player, organization, owner, whoever in the football world, puts them in the casket and closes the door. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Spencer Raxter with the conviction, everybody.
And it's not football.
Really?
But I'm going first. And it is going to be rest in peace to the Houston Astros. Rest in peace.
I'll allow it.
Rest in peace to the Houston Astros. You guys are cooked. The Rangers are going all the way. They're going to be playing for the World Series. Rest in peace, Houston Astros. You guys are done for. Cheaters. Scum.
Well, Justin Verlander, the second best pitcher in the park on that day.
Yeah.
Next to Jordan Montgomery. That was very 2006-ish. That whole scene right there. Look at Spenmo coming off the top rope to the Astros.
That was a good one, too. Wasn't expecting that.
I wasn't either.
I thought it was had to be something to do with MSU. But
no, he knows.
That's already been done.
Everything's dead.
How far? Yeah. Where do you want to
digging
bury
it back
these
up.
guys?
We can only dig a 12-foot grave.
Are we sending them off the
centuries.
planet?
Yeah.
What's going on here? We shipping them into space?
I just didn't know you had another crackhead teacher or something. Who knows?
Hey, meth cook teacher.
Okay, that guy was cooking.
If you're gonna be a criminal, though, like it's a pretty pop culture-y accepted criminal.
Yeah,
you know,
sure.
It was impressive. It
You
was
walk
impressive.
away
That
to
whole
the
story.
university.
if only he would have moved here from Albuquerque.
Yeah.
It would have all been there. BMG, who you putting in the coffin?
All right. After this came to fruition after this week, rest in peace, USC and Caleb Williams. They got at least 2 more losses on their schedule. There you go, Spencer. And with how bad that defense is, it's over for them. It is over. And with the way Michael Penix is playing, too, you could probably kiss the back-to-back Heisman dream goodbye. So rest in peace, USC, and rest in peace, Caleb Williams.
You know what's funny about the Heisman thing? Is the voters, they love them some Caleb Williams until they had any reason to not love them some Caleb Williams. They hate
Listen,
And I think
out of
they
bounds.
go. They play your boys this weekend, too, don't
Michael
they, Neal?
Penix, bro. Small, don't you talk about if they can sneak out some wins, but I mean, he's not out of the Heisman race.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and anyways.
Yeah, you can't be going around getting cooked by Notre Dame. They have Utah coming in this week. Washington's coming in November 4th, and they're at Oregon on November 11th, and UCLA's coming in on November 18th.
I told you.
Rest in peace. They are dead. Absolutely dead. D-Mac, who you got?
Well, who do you want out of this team? Because there's a lot of different ways I can go, but let's just say, you know what? Start spreading the news.
I'm leaving today.
New York Giants, yeah, exactly, are dead.
Yeah.
Right? Dimes is dead. Your
Their
hopes are
coach
on
is
Tyrod.
dead.
That Dable, who coach of the year, whatever like this, making
dead.
some absolute atrocities of decisions. You know, looking just a little bit higher on the list than Brandon Staley and Sean Payton as far as the worst coaches out there in decision making. But I'm just going to put the whole Giants organization.
Nick Lucido says no. Yes,
Yeah,
Nick Lucido.
sorry, Nick.
Yes.
You know it. I know it. If your hopes are resting, I mean, Danny Dimes was already in the blender, but Tyrod Taylor and some of the decisions, you threw that game away. Did you not?
Yeah.
The other day?
Yes.
Wow. So bye, New York.
Absolutely.
Bye, Felicia.
Steve Wild says, rest in peace, Neal's pink shirt. I'll wear it tomorrow. How about that?
Let him cook.
Yeah, I'll bust that one out tomorrow. George Eagle says, rest in peace to the rest of the NFC North. We did that one 2 weeks ago. As soon as they beat Green Bay.
Yeah.
That was the end of that. I have one for you guys, and I saw somebody mention it. Rest in peace to the Georgia Bulldogs dynasty.
Wow.
I know it's aggressive. I know it is, but this is how I operate. I'm not being reactive. I'm being proactive. Brock Bowers, high ankle sprain, surgery getting done. And to me, he was the glue kind of holding that whole thing together. They still had a good shot to be they would have a shot. They would have a seat. They would have a seat at the dance with Brock Bowers. Without him, They do not. They're going on the road to Florida. They're going on the road to Tennessee. They have an SEC championship game that they will have to play. I just don't see it, man. You take, in my estimation, one of the very best college football players in America. You take Brock Bowers out of the fold. And what would be, and Spenny, you know this.
I do.
Like in a Georgia v. Michigan battle, would Brock Bowers figure prominently in that battle?
Yes, he would.
He absolutely would. And if they don't have him, they're dead, and it's over.
Did I just hear you say put money on Michigan to win the national?
I would say that they have as good of a shot as anybody.
Yeah.
They have some handicaps they have to overcome.
Well, of course.
And I believe they are the betting favorite now, as a matter of fact. You comfortable with that, BMG? You got the expectations now.
Yeah. I'm not betting on any of that. I don't really like betting college football to begin with, but
yes. Ninja Ginja, stop it. U of M hasn't played Ish yet. I know, by design. But you got to be in it, and they can be in it even with the loss. It's brilliant. It's been a brilliant play. Nate W., Brian Daboll is the Lions' next offensive coordinator. I don't know about all that.
yeah.
I did.
Hopefully no.
I do agree with the Councilman Colosio, though. Kat said Giants have been hurt. Daboll's fine. The Cats just put the kibosh on Daboll, so it could be possible because he could be out.
Yeah, and put the kibosh on your sports day with Woodward Nights right here on Woodward Sports Network. Booner and Broder, two of the young bucks in the biz, up-and-coming Detroit sports personalities from 8 to 10 right here on the Woodward Sports Network. Subscribe to the Woodward Sports YouTube channel and get in there, everybody. We're here live at the Planet Fitness Studios. As you know, the very best gym in the gym game. I've told you guys that. I've accomplished every fitness goal I've wanted to accomplish with the help of Planet Fitness. $1 down, $10 a month, access to your home club. You want to be a baller? Shot caller? Want some 20-inch blades on the Impala? You can do that. Now, Planet Fitness can't help you with that, but they can help you reach your fitness goals. I'm just saying. And with the Black Card at just $24.99 a month, you can go to any Planet Fitness in the world, over 2,400 of them. You can take a guest with you anytime you go. There's no hoops to jump through or anything like that. You just go do it at Planet Fitness. There's over 50 in Metro Detroit alone. You're going to pass a couple on the way home. Pull in the parking lot, join there. Go to planetfitness.com, join there. Tons of cardio equipment, tons of weights, the circuits. Spencer knows he's doing it as well. Mm-hmm. It's Planet Fitness, Darren McCarty.
Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Burgers and chicken sandwiches are taking over at Big Boy. Try our new pretzel bacon cheeseburger. Turn up the heat with Bob's Hot Chicken Sandwich. Upgrade those regular fries with our chili cheese fries or loaded baked potato fries. Hit your sweet tooth with funnel cake fries or Reese's chocolate peanut butter thunder cake. Load up on all your favorites today at Big Boy.
Now, coming to Woodward Sports. Woodward and Main Street. The Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions Show. Let's go! Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com.
Let's talk about Outdoor Equip Co., official equipment provider of Woodward Sports, Michigan-grown, family-owned, Bad Boy mowers, tractors, steel handhelds, and even weed whippers. There we go. Look at me and the boys out there this morning. That's Watson's Landscaping, the Outdoor Equip Co. We were getting it done. Liberty Trailers, generators, Snow X plows, and salters. Outdoor Equip Co. has it all. Buy it, rent it, 0% financing. Delivery to your doorstep. OutdoorEquipCo.com. Hire me. I'll be there. Landscape with a legend. It's good. Give Outdoor Equip Co. a call today. Tell them Big D Energy we sent you.
We're back at it. Hour number 2 of Big D Energy. The second segment of Rest in Peace.
I don't know why. I had the sweater aside. I wasn't comfortable. I had to put the jersey on. Then
you have the pads on and everything?
Yeah, I don't know what you guys were. I know Neal was. Wait a sec. You weren't at the gym this morning, were you?
No, we're still on the mend.
I was just going to say recovering. So I was the one out there. Shout out to the Watson boys and. Yeah,
you have the gloves? Why'd you have the gloves?
Hey, man.
That's what I said. He brought everything. Did you just bring the whole bag out? You just set it on the lawn?
I was
just started changing?
See, I was weed whipping with the hockey stick, and then they came over and gave me the weed whipper.
Oh,
so, yeah. We had a blast. Shout out to Ryan Lentz in the back for
shout out Lentz.
Lentz
the GOAT.
4-time Stanley Cup champions out there mowing lawns, man.
That's it, baby. Let's do it.
That's wild
to
me,
dude.
Dude.
The fucking man.
Oh,
we're
100%.
Sports about the people.
I know.
Screw the sports.
D-Mac, man. You're a national treasure, bro. You are a national treasure.
Thank you.
Speaking of national treasure, Dom Rivera, this might be the very best segment on Woodward Sports Network, the Rest in Peace. I do like it. Now, some of you are taking it too far.
Although,
yeah, I mean, you're not wrong, but you're
it's not actual death.
Yeah, Theo, R.I.P. Suzanne Summers from Three's Company.
Yeah, and I know she was hot.
No, she is actually dead.
Yes,
like that is not the point.
Rest in peace to her.
R.I.P. Dick Butkus, not the point.
Greatest name of all time.
No, that's fair.
That's
fair.
Dick Butkus. Like, what?
Come on, that's good.
That's perfect.
Yeah, right there.
It's like if AJ Feely named his son Richard.
Touchy.
Richard.
I grew up with a hairy dick.
Dick Feely? Like that? Come on.
Oh, man.
Harry Dick's good, too.
Mike Hunt.
Yeah, Mike Hunt. Yeah. That's always a good one.
Oh, Pete Smith. Suzanne Summers was a stone cold fox. She's one of those chicks.
Stone cold killer back in the day.
Oh, dude, she transcends time.
Yeah.
She does. Raquel Welch. Hot in any era.
Yes.
Like we talk about players that would be great in any era.
Selma Hayek transcends time, too.
Yes.
She's still hot.
100%.
Yeah, but she's not that old.
She's like 50-something.
Yeah, she is.
Dude. Yeah, you fucking asshole. You fucking careful there, young timer.
She looks damn good for 50.
There's some. Like the MILFs. You like the
Martha
yummies.
Stewart.
All right. The moral of the story is this: it's not about people that are actually dead. It's sports.
That's what we're saying.
Martha Stewart's still hot. I'll tell you. Martha Stewart can get it for sure.
Take the wheel, Neal.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, Nick Lucido. R.I.P. Tuesday is hitting hard this week. Austin Harris. D-Mac is like Zach Greinke, but less weird out there mowing lawns.
That's it.
Zach Greinke mows lawns.
Jack Harrington says R.I.P. Colorado hype. Real quick on that, guys. They have like 35 real players. You know what I'm saying? Like the people that are like celebrating that. Remember, their over-under was, what, 3.5?
Yeah. Wait until they get some offensive linemen and some defensive linemen.
Right. You see what I'm saying?
They have all the skill guys.
Or a secondary?
Yeah. They got the skill guys on offense, but they don't have any.
Wait till they have more than 16 actual players.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think
people don't understand is that they were so overachieving because of how they started.
But it is kind of fair. There's not going to be that much hype around that team after blowing a fucking lead to Stanford. So
no doubt.
I get it. So it's
But
fair.
when you have 30 players, that's what happens to you.
Yeah, I know, but there's still going to be no hype around them 10 this season. So technically, that rest in peace checks out.
That'd be like saying, well, rest in peace, Indiana. I know you're up 7-0 at the end of the first quarter on Michigan.
Well, I'm just saying there's probably not going to be college game day in Boulder when they're blowing 29-point leads. So I get it. Whoever that was, good one. I like it.
Burn says people picked them for the playoffs. Nobody picked them for the play. Let's not create. In the words of Sam Flannel, let's not create a straw man here. Okay. Second segment, rest in peace. And Jonathan Anton, he's on to it. I'm going to take the lead on this one, boys.
Okay.
Rest in peace to the Los Angeles Chargers. And when you start looking at it, oh yes, they are 2-3. That was a huge loss last night. They are behind the Las Vegas Raiders in the standings right now. They still play the Chiefs twice. You see where I'm going with this? Now, that schedule is a little light for them. They could find their way back, but when push comes to shove, Justin Herbert is still their quarterback. And I have to rest in peace my whole Chargers are a schedule loss for the Lions. for two reasons. Number one, it's Justin Herbert and the Chargers, who have proven they can lose to anybody at any time. But also, I think the schedule losses this week at the Ravens. I do, man. Like, it just gets that feel. It does.
Yeah, it does have that feeling. Part 2, rest in peace. I think the nail on the head, and it's not to the culture of what Bill Belichick has provided to the Patriots. It's the fact that you can't do it without talent and culture. So him losing to Josh McDaniels, his former protege, the way he did to Vegas just tells me that back to the drawing board, Patriots. And it's just not that, rebound in 1 year sort of thing. They are behind because they do not have any talent. Are they the most talentless team? Like when you think of who is their
Matt Judon is like
Matt Judon.
Okay, the great player,
but he's hurt, right?
Yep.
Yeah, of course. So
but there's name another one.
Exactly, and look, both things can be true, right? Zeke Elliott. Both things can be true.
Which tells you, right, where Zeke Elliott is your bad, like where this gone, because Zeke Elliott is, cooked.
But Kraft's not going to be the one to put him in the casket.
No.
You can't fire him.
And my point is, I would never put Bill Belichick in the casket, but I think that the old school where the conversation of Belichick, Brady culture, but to the conversation of why it works in Detroit, because you need both that and the talent. You have to draft the talent along with the players that you want. Bill gets the players that he wants there or in his way, but it's run to fruition as far as that if you don't have talent, you can't win in this league.
Corey Berry, things are going well right now, so I won't go there. But it is in the back of my mind from the WoodwardSports.com chat thread. He says, no, that translates to rest in peace Ben Johnson's tenure in Detroit. Can we all agree that the skillet is getting warm?
Yep.
No, it's cooked. It's cooking. I mean, just he's gone.
And I think low key, if you got Chargers ownership, if you were sitting having a drink at a bar, and you were by yourself, they would say we would take the L this year.
Yeah.
To do it, because it'll give us the reason. If they don't make the playoffs, he is gassed.
All right, Neal, you ready for this one?
I am. All right.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace to my Jared Goff hate. He has been.
Oh my God! Cut that in the back.
He's been playing lights out so far this season. He has been amazing. He's been a top 5 quarterback in the NFL so far this year. It's extremely impressive what he's been doing. And even if they go and they lose to Baltimore and he doesn't play a good game, I'm not gonna pile on him. I'm not gonna do anything like that. He's been playing very good football. He's been leading this team. And it's not just how his play on the field. His leadership has improved. His confidence has improved. He's making audibles at the line. He's taking the runs when they're there. He's impressed me so far this season.
Hey, do you want me to come over and just put the
you want a stencil for where the 16 goes?
16 in there, like right now, dude. Is that like the most? I mean, are you as not?
We got a situation.
I'm not shocked. Because Spencer is a thoughtful,
rational
as
emotional
being.
as he gets.
Right, as emotional. But I mean, does that?
Shocking.
Wow, that tells me how absolutely dead and buried his Michigan State football team is, and he took all his love from everything and gave it to Jared Goff. Do you understand what a big moment this is, guys? This is unbelievable, Spencer. So proud of you.
Thank you.
So proud of you. Usually when stuff
anything.
like this happens, we give you a chip.
Yeah.
But
he's been playing lights out. He's been a top 5 quarterback so far this season, and extremely impressive what he's doing, how he's doing it, his leadership, and everything like that. I'm very happy for him, and he's leading this team to a 5-1 record.
I'd stay tuned to Woodward Heavyweights. Hopefully this will be clipped, and maybe we get Easy's response on that.
Have you let go of Easy to sink to the bottom of the ocean?
Yeah, I mean, if he still wants to jump on the hate wagon, he can. But the guy's proven it to me.
The Bulls have told me on the social media sphere that he's backpedaling like Dion in his prime.
Again, I'm still nervous when Ben Johnson leaves, but Jared Goff has done nothing but prove that he is worthy of getting a contract.
Two birds, both stone. That being said, still not signing him for $50 million. a year. Sir James says, Spenny with new information, ... Are you invoking that clause?
Yeah. I mean, like I said, nobody saw this coming. This from what he was to what he is now. It's not just his play on the field. It's his confidence, his leadership, and the way he's handling these teams.
How come everybody invokes the flannel clause except flannel?
It's true.
I don't know. BMG, who you got?
All right,
you can't live up to that. I'm sorry.
No, and I'm sure these guys, because I was going to do Herbert, but obviously I knew that was going to get chosen before me, and I'm sure these guys will do great the rest of the season. But rest in peace to the Bucs wide receiver core. Tracy Walker nearly killed Chris Godwin, and Cam Sutton was locked down again. I'm pretty sure he only allowed 8 yards that entire game. So rest in peace to the Bucs wide receiver core, and clap it up for that Detroit Lions secondary again, locked down.
No question about it. A real cream of wheat. What did Herbert do to you guys? Nothing, just be mid. The problem is I got to hear about how great he is all the time. That's what he did to me. He's one of those people, I hear about it, I never see it. That's what he did. Corey Berry, can we confirm this? Sources. Easy says you're a traitor, Spenny.
I don't know. He hasn't texted me yet, but I'm just saying, there's nothing that can be said.
Easy chimed in and said that he never backpedaled. It's you that backpedaled, Neal.
Who said that?
Easy. He just, let me find it. He said he's never backpedaling. It was you that was backpedaling. But I don't remember. No backpedaling here. That was you, Neal.
Easy is a literal politician. Like a literal politician. Easy should run for office.
Is that different than a figurative politician?
He also said you came a long way from your Malik Willis case.
He's trained
like
as
Katz is a literal lawyer?
Yeah.
So Katz is a lawyer, Easy's a politician?
Yeah, absolutely. Wow. Just wow.
Now he says, don't make me pull the tape, Neal.
What, the tape of me saying, if you think that Jared Goff is trash, what's your path? That clip that he put out there?
Absolutely.
Where you doctor the highlight on it? Where you doctor the caption on it? You're a literal politician, bro. I'm not backpedaling. Spenny, get your boy. Please get your boy.
Or cut him loose. Let him sing.
Let him sing.
Either or. It's up to you, Spenny. You're your own man.
But hey, take out an insurance policy on him first.
Okay, but you know what? If you're going to do that, because it's football season, it's awesome, college and pro, you know where to go. Swiss Insurance. Also perfect time to shop your home and auto. Do it with Swiss. They cover Woodward Sports Network, and they should be covering you too. Ask for Mark at Swiss Insurance today, SwissINS.com, or call Mark, 248-800-4177.
Brace yourselves, Detroit. As the sun begins to set, two of Woodward Sports' brightest young stars will be taking the mic for a brand new show. Woodward Nights with Spooner and Broder. The dog days in Detroit are over, and the boys are unleashed. Join in on the banter and hop on the bandwagon of the #1 night show on the internet. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel every weeknight from 8 to 10 p.m. Woodward Nights with Spooner and Broder.
Gabby is a college student struggling to study for her big exam. Then she discovered Syntron, a healthy way for her to stay awake and focus. Jennifer frequently has chaotic days like this until she gets online, orders some Syntron, and finds her groove. April visited her local grocery store, purchased a case of Syntron, and entered to win the Syntron 100K Vegas giveaway. Pick up your case of Syntron today at any Meijer location or visit drinksyntron.com/Vegas and enter for the 100K Vegas giveaway.
Looking for the very best in Detroit sports wearables? Look no further than woodwardsports.com/shop. The Stoke Not Scared t-shirt. We should be out of those. We may be. I don't know. But go to woodwardsports.com/shop. Get you your Stoked Not Scared t-shirt. Everybody get on board. We have the Spencer Raxter-inspired Jack Campbell Meat Missile shirt up there. Baseball, football, basketball, hockey. There's a line of Woodward golf stuff as well. All of it. The very best in Detroit sports wearables. WoodwardSports.com/shop. Get it in, everybody. All right, it is time. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal, Rhul, and Darren McCarty, and the newly baptized Spencer Raxter, Big Mike Gentry as well. WoodwardSports.com, chat, thread, easy. Wow, you're dead to me, Spenny. I'm not going to talk to you today at all. Woodward heavyweights 5-7.
How'd you luck out so much?
Yeah. Woodward heavyweights today 5-7. Will Easy talk to Spenny? I'm going to have to tap into that
Might
show.
be doing a show by myself.
You may be doing it. You can do it, though.
I can do it.
Yeah, I know you can do
Isn't
that
that
stuff.
usually what you do?
No, Easy is a very appreciated member of the Woodward Heavyweights.
Very, very fine talk show host.
Very fine local talk show host.
Adam Schmidt or Andrew Schmidt. Easy's a bum. Hey, I will not get into name calling, even though I will accentuate the word bum when you put it in there. A bum. I will do it. But yes. Red Wings. D-Mac put it in the chat out there. Give me your word to describe the Red Wings. And yes, they deserve to be talked about. They went in very similar fashion to what the Lions did to Tampa Bay on Sunday. The Lions did that to the Columbus Blue Jackets yesterday, D-Mac. And look, I want to run this by you, and I want to run it by all the people. And I heard a stat this morning. The Red Wings got 11 points from 11 different people in that game.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I know it was Columbus. I understand that. Iserplan in the WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Tony D, impressive. Here's what I want to get to, D-Mac. Yesterday was what I envisioned. This season so far is what I envisioned when Alex DeBrincat was acquired. This was a game changer for the Detroit Red Wings. That power play line is to be feared. That power play line, if you get overly aggressive with the Red Wings, you will pay the price. You will pay the penalty. Period. End of story. I know people are going to point to the fight and they're going to talk about toughness, and I don't care about the fight. I know a lot of people love it and stuff like that. And D-Mac, I care about power play goals.
You do. The only reason you do right there is because the caveat to scoring on the power play and the proficiency is also the ability right away early in the season to have Klim Kostin step up against Gabranson and nix the physical question, right? There's no question around the league now to the Ryan Reeves and anything else. Does somebody in this Red Wing roster going to step up? And look at before the play, right? Made a hit. You know, this is the new NHL and the way to play physical. So, to me, the fight, Neal, was just a caveat to what makes this power play even more special, right? When I'm looking at the chat, Pistons fan says electric, Tammy says hopeful, Hoof-hearted complete, Bradley Stroh aggressive, Nate W promising. My word, right? And Gentry can back me up in this. When I was watching the home opener and things I continue to see last night is buzzing. It's buzzing. What does that mean? It means they are quick.
The boys are buzzing.
Boys are buzzing. Offensively, what have they added? The question mark is that, can they put the puck in the net? Yes. Can they put the puck in the net? Not just by one guy, not just by the guy that you require to put the puck in the net, he's doing it, but also, too, you mentioned 11 different guys on the sheet, by committee, by culture. That was a cultural win. The question marks are still goaltending, you know, some of the defense, but the one thing that they've added, and you can see, and it's blatantly clear, is the speed and the aggressiveness of this team. So
D-Mac,
my word is buzzing.
That power play, I haven't seen that in years.
Well, who would have thought, Neal? I mean, do you want me to go back? We can play any show when we were talking about what is DeBrincat at, or either up to getting him, why do we need him? You know, like what you established early on 3 games in is showing the rest of the league also too is you can't let us go on the power play because it's the efficiency. What you're doing right now is setting yourself along the lines of what it used to be, you know, when the Tampa or the Colorados or, you know, the Washingtons and, you know, Pittsburghs, for lack of a better term. You can't give them those extra opportunities. But the physical, the fight, And the way it happened is because Goodbranson is one of the toughest guys in the league, and without a bat of a lash, right? Remember last year, there was a game in Minnesota, Ryan Reeves was running around, and then Ben Sherrod eventually stepped up after 3 guys got smoked.
And you were texting us, begging somebody to go step
There
up.
was no question right there that this happened, right? And right away, boom, nipped it in the bud. And then what happens after that calms the game down. Just the fact that you have a guy that's going to stand up. God bless him, dude. I was like, and that's it.
Yeah.
You want to
Just
talk
a
about
tone
culture
setter.
and feel? That's what it is, and that's what this. And this Clint Costin is also going to add. You know, he's gonna add on the score sheet too.
Yeah.
So this is a type of player that you need. Is an integral part for the way that the machine runs.
That's why I liked it. Is he's not just a goon out there. Like, he's not just a Luke Witkowski or somebody that's going to go out there just to fight. He can also help on the offense, help on the playing the whole ice. He's like a Darren McCarty who can go out there and do more than just have to fight. Like, he also has things in his bag he can do.
He's a player.
Yeah, and then my word for the Red Wings is hunting. Because they have been hunting in the offensive zone. They have been going at the net, putting pucks on the net, getting great net front presence from guys like Sprong and different players like that. It is so awesome to watch them just go out there, attack the net, get scoring chances, get opportunities, and keep going. Against Tampa Bay, they were going nuts in the offensive zone. It was so fun to watch, and they've just been great offensively so far this season.
Yeah, no, I would say as far as the power play goes, we've never really had guys that you have to account for goal scoring wise. And then you got a playmaker that you add on the other wing with Gossespear that has a very great shot, and he can pass the ball, pass the puck very well. But then DeBrincat on the other side, we've never had a goal scorer really paired with Dylan Larkin on that power play. So there's always guys that you need accounted for. And even on the power play too, you've seen a guy like Andrew Kopp kind of get back under his feet, and he looks very healthy and he looks very good. So there's a lot of depth on this team, and there's a lot more goal scorers, and you're just seeing the start of it.
David Sparkman in the WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Neal and Easy should have a campaign-style debate with podiums and a moderator. In true politician fashion, you'll have to pay my appearance fee for that one. To go down. That's fair. Here's the thing that jumps out at me, and this is why yesterday's game was very easy to figure out. Let me see here. Alex DeBrincat 534, Dylan Larkin 536, David Perron 532. Minutes on the ice, on the power play. You can't beat this team like that. If Alex DeBrincat is on the ice for 5.5 minutes of the game on the power play, it's over.
For you.
It's over. You can't pull. Like, I know everyone gets caught up in the fight stuff. I know they do, and the toughness and all that stuff. The ultimate toughness to me is when they try to pull shit on you and they take penalties. You make them pay the price.
And discipline too. Discipline, you saw first game of the year in Jersey, they were in the box too many times. So, they got to stay out of the box also and more discipline. But, hunted, buzzing, all these different words, yeah. But we're seeing what we expected to see, right? This is exactly the way we expected to play out on paper.
Mm-hmm.
Grindline podcast. Right now, I'd swap Perron and Raymond on PP1. I would think that they're trying to get him going to some degree, right?
He looked good against Tampa.
Could be, and they want to keep him going.
It's a flow thing. See, this goes back to, and I'll touch on it with all the talent we used to have in the locker room. It's more about having two great units, right? You want to, and because you want to be able to hit that other team, not just load it up on one or whatever, but having two units that you can go back to back, depending on a length of a shift before a penalty and stuff like this. So they're trying to find the right chemistry, and they'll get there. But at the end of the day, how can you argue about changing it up when it's working right now?
Yeah.
The Lions pregame show on Woodward Sports works as well. That's right. Continue your NFL Sunday with the very best Lions pregame show in all of Detroit sports broadcasting. With the Woodward Sports Lions pregame show, 1 o'clock Sundays, it kicks off at 9:30. Now, you got to follow, as the season goes on, more primetime games and all that stuff. But this Sunday, they're on the air at 9:30, hosted by Juicy J, Jeff Iafrate, and that luxurious lettuce that he had to shave off because Michigan lost to TCU last year. That was the cost, everybody. But subscribe to the Woodward Sports YouTube channel. Your Lions coverage starts, continues, and ends with Woodward Sports this year. We're doing it better than anybody, guys. I'm sorry. We just are. But yeah, again, you know where I live. You know, we can do it, Spenny. We can absolutely do it because you know where I live. I like a good chicken sandwich, man. I do. Now, good. The burgers at Big Boy, they're iconic. They have the Big Boy hamburger. What about that beast up there, though? The pretzel bacon cheeseburger.
That's what it's all about.
But they do have the regular chicken sandwich, or they have that up there, the Bob's Hot Chicken Sandwich. I'm taking one of those next time we roll out to Big Boy. Don't just get Justin Herbert fries. You don't want regular fries. Upgrade to like Jared Goff type fries. You know, chili cheese or loaded baked potato fries. Be getting regular old fries. And dessert, that's why you show up to Big Boys. You guys know it. The Reese's Chocolate Peanut Butter Thunder Cake, or satisfy your sweet tooth with Big Boy's Funnel Cake Fries. Get to your local Big Boy today.
Join Woodward Sports' own Jeff Iafrate, along with special WSN guests for the most anticipated Lions season in decades. Filled with different surprises and expert analysis. You're not going to want to miss out. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Sundays and tune in live from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m.
Come to any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience from one of our talented stylists and register for a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to win an all-expenses-paid suite for the 2024 NCAA tournament for you and 5 of your best buds. That's right, college basketball's most elite event. You and your 5 best friends just get to any Lady Jane's today for an award-winning haircut experience and automatically register to win the trip of your dreams. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
Woodward Sports' own Tom Mazaway and Sam Stick Day will be hosting our Lions postgame show after every Lions game all season long. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel for his hot-off-the-press takes, game analysis, and Kool-Aid sipping celebrations. You won't want to miss it. Join Maz, Stick, and special guests each week immediately following every Lions game, exclusively on the WSN YouTube channel.
Would you like to win a 100K Vegas getaway? Take your closest friends and live it up in the city that never sleeps.
Yeah!
It's the Citron Energy. Drink it and live it. Purchase a 24-pack today and enter to win. Register at drinkcintron.com/Vegas and buy Cintron at your local Meijer store. Cintron, the healthier energy drink with great taste. Look good, feel great, and be the best version of yourself with Cintron. Go to drinkcintron.com/Vegas to sign up today.
Keeping it pushing, everybody. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal Rhul, Darren McCarty, Big Mike Gentry, Spencer Raxter as well. I do want to shift gears here a little bit, talk Michigan State, but I do want to address this. Sorry, Spenny. Stephen Baffey, you still need an enforcer of some sorts in the NHL, in my opinion. And D-Mac,
be able to play too.
Yeah, but D-Mac, you know, my enforcer's the power play goal.
No, there's different ways.
Because I'm just a dick like that.
No, exactly. But to Spenny's point, yeah, but you can't sit on the bench. You have to be able to play.
It's got to be a nuanced enforcer. We can meet in the middle on that.
Perfect.
Nuanced enforcer with the ability to play. Hey, I heard a rumor that Michigan and Michigan State was this weekend.
No way.
Is it?
I wouldn't know. I haven't heard anything about it. Spenny, we got to talk about it. Spenny, look. Spenny.
I'm trying to tell you that you're going to be okay. But
Spenny.
You're just not.
Basketball's number 4.
Basketball's number 4, baby. Basketball season, let's go. Woo.
Urban Meyer, bring him home.
Bring him home.
Let's go Red Wings party. No, it's a lie, Neal. Paul Thomas, Neal, stop talking. But it's sad to me, Spenny.
Yeah, it fucking is. Sorry.
And you guys made it this way.
Yeah.
And look, I'm not looking to pile on, Spenny. I'm not. You know, I'm a neutral observer in the Michigan State. I do not have a dog in the fight, Spenny or D-Mac.
Me either.
You and I are the same.
I'm Canadian.
You're Canadian.
Yeah. Cheer for everybody.
You know, I went to Oakland. I work at Oakland. ESPN Plus, Oakland, Louisville, men's soccer tonight.
Grizz it up.
Louisville spent some time nationally ranked this year. BMG will be tapped in. He'll watch it.
Absolutely.
All right. What? Spemel, why did you guys do this? I like the Michigan State. Why did you do this?
I'm not the one who jerked off. Like
Spencer.
Are you sure about that?
I mean, I have before, but
on the phone.
Yeah, on the phone.
Situation similar.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, yo!
Mike G says, I'm looking to pile on Sparty. Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be bad. It's going to be a slaughter.
And
I just don't. Michigan State football team in a long time.
I don't see a path that it's not.
Well, that's what I'm asking, because usually this game, no matter what rankings, no matter what record going into it, like this is one of the tougher games for Michigan usually to play for whatever reason. Sparty usually gets up for it or anything like that, but this year is like nobody's got any hope or any line or path to victory. In fact, from what we've seen from Michigan, being able to put points up on the board and continuing to sort of do things and covering larger spreads later in the year, which doesn't seem to be same old Michigan, right? That the path here is just a blowout. Like it's an absolute squash. Mm-hmm. Like I'm thinking 50. I mean, I think if you're ever going to make a statement game for Mike Hart's little brother, or when you want to make a statement and kick somebody when they're down, an in-state rival, this is where you got it. And I know that Michigan doesn't have the track record, but if there is one time to do it, now drop your nuts right on their chin, dude. And friggin' 60 points. Like if you can, because do you not think that when I say 50 points on this defense, that's merciful, isn't it?
Yeah. It's not
no, it is. But even then, say it's 60-7. 70.
I just think it's for all the times, and like it's when you get to play the team, and maybe it's not the team it was 10 years ago or whatever like this, but whoever has memories, when it's an in-state and it's a rival, you gotta exact your will on it. So no matter what, so just to the fact, and especially talking about this rivalry, is to put a blowout on the board. I'm going to be hearing about it for 20 years.
But D-Mac, see, here's the thing, though, and to go, I don't want to say go against that, but to expand on that, Mike G says, hail yes, tunnel revenge. BMG, I welcome you in here as the resident Michigan fan on this show. And Mike G, like, for real, and BMG, for real, you win 50-7, 60-7, 65-7. Like, as a Michigan fan, it's got to bother you. It's got to. If I were a Michigan fan, I would be pissed about the state of Michigan State right now.
I mean, not really. I mean, just go in there, you win the game in convincing fashion, given the circumstances.
But that's it, though.
Yeah,
like,
I
there's
mean,
nothing else to it.
It's not their fault that Michigan State's a shit show. Like, just go in there, take care of business, and leave. Like,
really?
Yeah, I don't.
So everything you've been telling me over the past. This is a chance with being a rivalry game is to walk in there and absolutely kick the living crap out of them to whatever else it is and exact your will. And you're supposed
you go in there, you take care of business. I don't give a shit that it's not our fault that Michigan State's a shit show right now.
No doubt.
So you go in there, you kick your ass, you move on. That's all it is.
Does nobody is this not the ultimate kick them while they're down?
I mean, but you can't not do that to Michigan State. You know what I'm like? They're.
But in the past,
there's no fight at all to them.
Good, so beat them to death.
Right, but even then, like you walk out of there, and you're like, wow.
I don't know.
Look at how they've
If I was
crumbled.
a diehard Michigan fan for what has happened in the past, it would make me feel better.
And look, the people are talking about that. Burn. It's just not the same because Michigan State is just that bad.
Yeah, but still, there's some glory in beating the living crap out of them. I mean, like, here's the thing, right? You can get in a fight with a guy. If I think I can get the better of him, but, I'm getting more excited to fight the guy. And, I don't know. So is all this hatred or all this rivalry, animosity? It's a rival. Don't you I'm sorry that your program's in dismay, but I'm going to come in there and absolutely. I remember the muff kick, and I remember this game, and I remember that game. And you know what? At the end of the day, yeah, you can go back and say, oh, we didn't have this, we didn't have that, it was under shambles. Big deal.
And I respect where you're coming from with that. I do. It's just for me, like it's just, and I enjoy these games. I enjoy these little reindeer games with the fan, and it's just, I didn't even know that the game was this weekend.
Yeah.
So here's the thing: if Michigan doesn't blow them out, isn't it a moral victory for State?
No. It's
okay.
and see, D-Mac, that's the intrigue with it.
I'm just wondering.
Like, say it's a 10-point game. So what?
Doesn't matter.
That's how dead the Michigan State football program is right now.
But but ask the Michigan fans. If you only beat State by 10 points, wouldn't you be pissed?
They'll be pissed, but
yeah,
we don't care.
Given the circumstances of how bad that team really is, they don't even have a coach. Yes, if it's a 10-point game, I would be pretty mad.
Like, if again looking at it, it wouldn't make you feel better. Exactly. Like that's what's really weird about it this year.
It's a lose-lose for Michigan State fans.
I don't know. Whenever we played Colorado, even when it wasn't after the rivalry or whatever like that, there's just some extra stuff that even though most of the guys weren't there.
One of you were never a poverty franchise, though.
But you know what I'm saying?
I
wish they would have been. We would have kicked the crap out of them no matter what.
Right. But they weren't.
Look at how we handled poverty franchises. You know, the Phoenixes and, you know, we hammer down. Your rivals, you hammer down. You don't let them breathe. So for the whole next year, I can remind you that I put 60 up on you. I mean, that's all. I mean, I'm just going with the flow of how I perceive this rivalry and the fan bases. Remember, I'm Canadian, so I like y'all.
It's pretty amazing here in the woodwardsports.com chat thread. Rick says, beating Michigan State right now will be like beating up your grandpa, but not Grandpa Joe. You would celebrate beating up Grandpa Joe, that deadbeat.
But isn't Michigan State
shit.
like Grandpa Joe, though? Two Michigan fans?
No, because there's no chance that they're going to pop out of bed with a golden ticket.
You think that?
There's no chance.
We all think
it's
that.
Like Michigan State is Grandpa Joe, but if you really couldn't walk for 20 years.
So if Michigan actually won, this would be the greatest upset in the history of college football ever? Like, are we...
Would it, Spenny?
Could be up there.
Okay, so that's what that's...
But it's not a feasible outcome. It's not. You can't make a case for it, right, Spenny? There's no path.
There's no path.
Like last year, Keon Coleman is an elite player, and for a quarter,
great touchdown this weekend, by the way.
Yeah.
And for a quarter of that game, he was a huge pain in Michigan's ass, and then they just blanketed him, and Sparty had nothing else to give, nothing else to offer, and it was over, and they choked him out. It's just, I hear it in your voice, Spenny.
Yeah.
Give me something, Spenny. Come on.
I got nothing left to give.
You all right?
Yeah. It fucking sucks.
Number 4 in basketball, baby.
For the nation.
It is. It's just wild. Kevin Forte, it's gotten so toxic, it might be. Now that is one thing, and Ryan Ermanni's talked about that before. About like the toxicity. He said
the
toxicity of the rivalry and stuff like that.
No, honey on the wall.
There will be no toxicity this year.
Disorder.
Oh, somewhere between the sacred
silence and sleep. Somewhere between the sacred silence and sleep.
Spenny's going to carry this till 1 o'clock. Spenny's going to carry this till Saturday at 7 o'clock.
There we go. What a great segue. Guys, Guardian Alarm, they'll protect Spenny and I. Whenever we want to sing like to protect you, you can get customized solutions from real expert professional technicians who take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. But I need you to call Guardian Alarm today. The number 1-800.
Stay out.
24/7 professional monitoring call anytime, day or night. No other Guardian team member will stay on the phone as long as it's needed. But I need you to call the number 1-800.
Stay out.
Technology backed by people. Your safety and security deserves technology that's been proven to work and people who have proven to care. Business, personal, no matter what, Guardian is there for you. But I need you to call the number 1-800.
Stay out. Stay out of breaking my heart, Michigan State.
There's no chance.
Yeah.
Spenny, you're just going to have to stay out of happiness for a while.
It's okay.
Spenny ain't going to be happy until Sunday when the Lions play.
Yeah.
Guardian Alarm Local Security Experts tell Big D Energy. We sent you.
What about Les Stanford?
Les Stanford is also, you know what happens When you run a great business for over 50 years, you expand and offer more products to more people. That is exactly what Lance Stanford did by adding Les Stanford Buick GMC, the same great service that customers have come to know and trust. On Woodward Ave, just south of 9 Mile, check out Les Stanford in Dearborn today. Find the brand you want at lesstanford.com.
Calling all landscapers. This is Darren McCarty. I'm at Outdoor Equipment Co. How would you like a landscape like a legend? How about a bad boy zero turn? And even a chainsaw. And even a weed whipper. So register today at OutdoorEquipCo.com, and even you could have DMAC on your landscaping crew.
Brace yourselves, Detroit. As the sun begins to set, two of Woodward Sports' brightest young stars will be taking the mic for a brand new show. Woodward Nights with Spooner and Broder. The dog days in Detroit are over, and the boys are unleashed. Join in on the banter and hop on the bandwagon of the #1 night show on the internet. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel every weeknight from 8 to 10 p.m. Woodward Nights with Spooner and Broder.
Your home is your most important asset. Flexibility in the sales process is key. When you work with Mark White & Associates, you can cancel at any time, for any reason, without penalty. Speaking of flexibility, check this out. Who you work with matters. Hire the best broker in the game.
Neal Rhul here for 5 Iron Golf, downtown Detroit's newest sports bar. 13 TrackMan simulators, certified golf instructors, but most importantly, a full bar and a restaurant too. 5 Iron Leagues are going on right now. You can compete nationwide for a chance to win a trip to the Dominican Republic. Bring your own foursome, sign up as an individual. They got you. Go to 5irongolf.com, however you want to get involved. Here's a little nugget for you. Use promo code Woodward10 at checkout. When you join a league, you'll get 30% off your league fees. How about that one, huh? 5irongolf.com. That's where you go to sign up. It's 5 Iron Golf. Keeping it pushing. Man, that got depressing.
Yeah.
Spenmo.
Yeah, it did.
You took all the energy out of the show with your football team.
Just kicked him while he was down, Neal.
I'm not kicking him while he's down.
You continue to.
No, I don't.
Leave him alone.
After what he just RIP'd, you know what I mean? He put away his... So what are you now? If you're not a golf hater or a golf truther, you're just a golf fan?
I'm just a soulless shell of a man.
No, but that's beside the point. But you're a golf fan.
I'm a Lions fan.
How do I categorize it?
I'm a Lions fan.
Lions fan.
Lions fans. WoodwardSports.com chat thread.
Lions fans.
Steve Brown says, and I agree with him, it's a no-win situation for Michigan. If they don't smoke a bad team, it looks bad if they do, but they smoked a bad team. I'm not saying it looks bad if they do. I'm just saying there's no juice to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they are in a no-win situation. If they blow them out, everyone will just pick up and move on. And if it's close, they'll say, see, I told you they haven't played anybody. I'll give you that. They are in a no-win situation. That's what sucks about it. There's no stakes. There's no juice whatsoever.
Usually there's a Wagyu on the line.
Yeah, something. Nothing. There's nothing, man. It sucks. Thanks, Mel Tucker. Thanks, Michigan.
Yeah.
Just Little. I want to see triple digits.
I laughed, but then I was like, wait a sec.
Do they have a third digit on this?
I don't know, man.
Do they? Spenny, real quick. I know every time you've ever walked into Spartan Stadium, you haven't been analyzing, the measurements.
Inebriated.
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
They do?
Yes.
They have a capability for a third digit?
They do.
All right. Master Blasta. I think Michigan State's at risk of becoming a lower tier Big Ten team for a very long time. We went over this, Spenny, and you were in agreement.
Yes.
This is a crossroads for Michigan State football. This football hire, a crossroads. Mm-hmm. What's your gut saying, Spenny? Not a name, not a name per se. You're fearful that they're.
Ermanni.
If you had to bet the Blazer payment on it.
No, it would not be on
Okay.
Yeah.
You think they're going to mid this up, don't you?
Probably, yeah.
Wow. That would be so devastating.
Yeah.
Well, it's because like if you analyze it, right? So if it's a mid to lower, if you've fallen into the mid to the lower tier of the Big Ten, how long does this keep you there with a mid higher? Right? What's your out, Neal?
I don't know.
Or right? So is this going to become the norm when we come to rivalry week where we're talking like this?
Yes.
Or is this the outlier?
But
See,
D-Mac,
that's the, to me, that's the bigger 30,000 foot, the bigger picture here is: are we coming into an era
and
of
people
5,
expect
6, 7,
that
8 years?
and that's why there's this feel in the room about it right now. Because people expect that now.
Like, and here's the thing, and every time we bring it up, hey, Sparty basketball number 4,
Yeah.
For the nation.
But seriously, I bet you if you went to every Spartan fan or whatever, 97% of them have moved on. That the football program is like it's almost like obsolete, or for lack of a better term, what is it, a MAC team now? Because that's how they're operating, or their talent. Because how are they going to draw? How are they going to recruit? Who are they going to get in here? If it's not Urban Meyer to bring guys in, this is going to become the norm for a lot longer than I think that any of us are willing to admit, especially Sparty fans. Or maybe I'm wrong because they've already come to this conclusion. Because I think that's where Sparty, that's where Sparty Spenny's come to. Right, Spenny? Is this like, are you...
Depends on who they hire. It's gonna take at least 3 years to get out of this hole, but if they hire somebody of top echelon, then they can go out faster.
WoodwardSports.com chat thread. Burn. October 8th, 1902. Michigan 119. Michigan State 0. And we're fact-checking that right now, and that is the case.
Jesus.
That is the case. Also in that season, a big win over Albion, 88-0 for Michigan.
I bet you Maz has a program from that game.
Yeah, he probably does.
They beat Iowa 107-0 that year, too.
Holy cow. Just putting the points on the board. Talk about pad stats.
Yeah. Their schedule looked very similar, though. Albion, Case, Michigan State, Indiana. They did play Notre Dame that year. They beat Ohio State 86-0 that year. But Ohio State at the time was classified as a non-major. Whatever that means, I don't know.
See, Neal, this is wrong, isn't it? Master Blast said it took a long time for Michigan to recover from the Rich Rod era. They were never this far down.
No.
No. That's what I'm saying.
Like
your descent, even in the Rich Rod or Michigan's highest descent, is way higher than how far Michigan State's fallen, especially with this Mel Tucker stuff, isn't it?
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's not even a question.
But because here's what they could do at Michigan. There was always another move, right? There was always another move. There was always somewhere to turn.
Up.
Yes. And Michigan State, because we've heard it. We've heard the same discussions. They had the Luke Fickell thing done. It was done. He was coming to Michigan State. And what happened, Spenmo?
He didn't like the culture. His wife didn't like the culture.
Yep. And didn't like the culture of what?
Michigan State.
The leadership.
Yeah.
It's dead, man. Where's the basketball team ranked?
4th.
Yeah.
4th in the nation, baby.
4th in the nation. That 1903 Michigan team, they followed that up with an 11-0-1 tenure. The one they tied Minnesota 6-6 that year.
Oh, same year they put 117 on the board.
Yep.
Oh my God.
No, that was the following year.
Oh, okay.
That they had that big schedule of Case, Albion, Beloit, Ohio Northern. Remember the battles against Ohio Northern, Big Mike Gentry?
How could I forget?
Ferris State, Drake.
Ferris State, great local college.
Oberlin. Remember Oberlin?
I don't.
And old Chicago. The Chicago Maroons.
Great
Not to be
institution.
confused with the Chicago Dental Infirmary. They're about to win, 2,000 games, something like that? 1,000 games? 1,000, right?
Yeah.
How many of those were against Chicago? We should give away a T-shirt. Find out how many of those wins were against Chicago Dental Infirmary. While people are figuring that out, D-Mac, tell them about Dispo.
Sam Reynolds says there's no reason to bring up Michigan's schedule in the 1900s. Yes, there was.
You count them.
We were asking if the scoreboard could go to triple digits, and if it ever has, and Neal was bringing that up.
Yeah.
And it just so happened that when you talk about who they played, it's in the stat sheet. You have to bring it up.
You claim it.
Yeah, don't be embarrassed.
See, that's classic flannel.
That is
Why
classic
you bring up the
flannel.
schedule from 1902? Oh, because you claim it. I'm not doing it. You're doing it.
Yes.
All right.
Agreed.
Okay.
Dispo?
All right. Experience Dispo Romeo, a team that curates an exclusive atmosphere mixed with fresh inventory from Michigan's largest variety of cannabis products. First ever cannabis mall of its kind is conveniently located on Van Dyke and 32 Mile Road in Romeo, just north of the Rhul estate.
Yeah, absolutely.
Up on the mountain.
About 10 minutes away.
Dispo Romeo is now open late night until midnight. Every night except for Sunday. Can it get any better than that? I think not. Dispo Dispensary, disposhops.com. Your local cannabis plug.
What about Feldman?
What about
Feldman Chevrolet? You guys already know. They are Michigan's #1 Chevrolet dealer. And, I always slip on that one. And you guys know about the Feldman dealership in your backyard because there's 18 of them. So chances are there's one close to you. Go to feldmanauto.com to find the location nearest you. Since 1996, Feldman Automotive has been driven to provide a fast, convenient, first-class car buying experience called the Feldman Advantage. Catch Woodward Sports Network live from Feldman Chevrolet of Novi. Yes, next Monday, as a matter of fact. We'll be out there in Novi. It's Feldman Chevrolet.
Hey, this is Mr. Kearney, Chief Academic Officer, Academy Warren. I want to welcome you to the brand new field house. The state-of-the-art facility has a regulation basketball court, volleyball court, soccer field. It can be used for 7-on-7 football. Our K-8 academic features AM, PM, latchkey, small classroom sizes, Learning Street, futuristic media center, free breakfast and lunch, Holton Mifflin curriculum, academic games, K-8 athletics, and more. Enroll today at academywarren.net.
Now, coming to Woodward Sports, Woodward and Main Street, the Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions Show. Let's go! Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com.
Since the dawn of moving people, Chevrolet has led the way. The world of transportation is changing. At Feldman Chevrolet, we are leading the charge forward. With every electric vehicle, every mile traveled, one Feldman at a time. The company that puts more Chevys on Michigan roads is now the #1 name for Chevy electric vehicles.
Join Woodward Sports and Long Drink every home game for the official Lions VIP tailgate party. Easter Market Shed 5. Always a bash. Game days down there starts at 9:30 until game time. Official Lions tailgate is back and better than ever. How would you like to pregame it with Woodward Sports to be treated like a VIP? Food, beverages, and entertainment all included. Get your tickets online today. BullseyeEventGroup.com or win some from Woodward Sports today. Just subscribe to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel or follow us on Instagram and direct message Lions VIP.
Final segment of the show, Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network, Neal, Rhul, and Darren McCarty, and Spencer Raxter, and of course BMG and all of you in the woodwardsports.com chat thread. Hit that thumbs up button if you don't mind on the YouTube channel. But we are coming down the stretch here, final segment of the show. And, during the break, we were just, BMG, Big Mike Gentry, Michigan fam, was just opining for the early 1900s Michigan dynasty. And there were some big wins, but then old Pennsylvania came on the scene, and you guys couldn't get past them there.
What was that, 1905?
1906, 1907, 1908. They messed up all your perfect seasons.
Tough year. Think about that all the time.
They do. Sam Flannel said I shouldn't bring it up, but they claim it. And you know really where it turned? That 1905 season when they had that 2-0 loss to the Chicago Maroons. Messed up the perfect season. That was tough.
Came back in the next season hungry. That 1906 season,
but
it was over.
But they went 5-2. It threw you for a loop when you lost that game. I was going to ask you, what was your favorite win over American Medical? Was it 1904?
1907.
When they won 72-0?
That was a good one.
Was that your favorite win over American Medical? Has anybody watched any of the baseball playoffs? I have not watched 1 second.
I watched the wild card round. I haven't really tapped in yet. After that.
I also watched the wild card round and haven't watched much after that.
Yes.
But didn't you just RIP the Astros?
Yeah, because I saw they lost.
That's fair. All right, that's fair.
Yes. Mike G, we got Fielding's jug back, so I'm happy with that. Playa says, DMAC, ask Neal how cheering for a Division II school was. It was really cool when Michigan came to the arena and Oakland beat them. That was cool. Then they never came back. And then later on, they paid us $50,000 to not play. That was pretty cool, too. I actually like that more than beating them.
Hell yeah.
You know I like that more.
That hush money.
Yeah. Shh. Here, take this. Take this. What do you got popping today, DMAC?
I'll be downtown for anybody going to judge the Halloween costume down at the Wings, down at LCA tonight. So for everybody coming out, we'll see you down there.
They got the Penguins tonight?
No, tomorrow.
No, tomorrow's the Penguins. That's
Tomorrow.
right. That's right.
What are you dressing up as, D-Mac?
I'm going to go as you.
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah.
DNC ENT says, I only bet on 2 baseball games this fall, so no, I ain't watching. It's gotten lost, dude. For real. And it's sad because I love... DMAC, have you even been tapping in? You haven't, have you? The man who watches Sunday Night Baseball religiously.
I know. I'm waiting for Texas Philly final.
Okay. Coach says you can only play who is on your schedule, even if it is American Medical, everybody. So that is true. Kevin Bell, Sam Reynolds is crying about a 119-point loss 120 years ago. I'm not gonna say that one. Sometimes you start reading them because they look good, and then you get to a point, and you're like,
I can't say that.
We're gonna do that one. 40 Gumble, R.I.P. to my grandpa calling around to refill his prescription yesterday, and BMG hanging up on him yesterday.
Don't call my phone, sorry, Grandpa.
That was
You were a
Rhul
savage.
only line. That was great.
You were absolutely a savage. All right, we'll be back at it tomorrow. More Detroit Lions stuff as well as we get closer. We'll take a first look at the Baltimore Ravens. Wednesdays with Flannel. I got a neat little game that we're going to do with Sam Flannel. It's going to be fun.
It should be fun.
And I'm putting him on the spot for it, so he can't prepare for it. And you're gonna get a good laugh. Spenmo, I'll deliver you a laugh.
Thank you.
In a time where you're only crying.
That's fair.
I'll deliver you a
Fourth in the
laugh.
nation.
For DMAC, Oak Island tonight, right? Is it on or no?
It's the 7th. Not till November 7th. But
I knew that.
I'm glad.
I knew that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
It's a couple weeks. Yeah, they're fighting it this year. You know it, right? Even Mads knows it. We know it.
For
All us
DMAC,
Oak Islanders.
For DMAC, for BMG, for Spencer Axter, my name's Neal Rhul. Thanks for tapping in.
Deuces.
Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. Well, see you later.